Hey everyone, welcome back to another review. Today we have a very good Wonder Woman premium format figure from Sideshow Collectibles or Sideshow Toys. So before we proceed further, let's go back to the beginning as we usually do and see the unboxing. Okay, so hang on. Today I promise you it's a good one. Okay, so I wanted you guys to see the packaging of the Wonder Woman. It's a little bit different than what I'm used to. As you can see, the inner boxes, sorry, the inner box is actually smaller than the shipping brown box, and that is because of this. As you can see, they packaged it pretty well. So I have not ever received a statue from Sideshow that has these styrofoams on the four corners. They'll be on the bottom too, and then this way, if it gets damaged, like it gets punctured like that, it won't damage the colored box. Okay, so I thought that it's a little bit unusual for Sideshow to do this. Hopefully, going forward, they will be doing this. And the only other company that I know of that actually did this was Hard Heroes with the Conan statues. Okay, so let's take the box out and then we'll begin again. Oh yeah, one more thing. The cardboard box, the shipper box, feels very sturdy. Feels like it's industrial strength. There's no flex at all. And I've never gotten a box that from Sideshow that has been this rigid before. It's always been mushy, kind of soft. So I think they're just changing the packaging now. So it's a good thing. This thing is very hard and solid. So I thought you guys would want to know that. Okay, so we have the color Wonder Woman box. Nothing to write home about here. It's just a Wonder Woman logo, and then if you spin it around, I guess the front of the box got the Wonder Woman name on it. And the thing I noticed about the box is it's very dingy looking. As you can see, I don't know if that's designed that way. No big deal, it's just the box, but could have been better. Yeah. Okay, so let's get back to the statue, or let's see what the packaging looks like first. Okay, so we have the interior packaging. As you can see, the box is very tall from before, and this is what it looks like. And of course, you have your base here, the spear, the figure itself, the shield, helmet. Let's see, the sword, and of course the accent. That's the exclusive. Okay, so nothing unusual, just plastic. Alright, so let's set it up. Okay, so we have the base. It's pretty big when you, I guess, hold it in hand. When you look at this on the videos or, I guess, pictures, it doesn't look that big, but it is. So it looks like it's going to be a one-pegger. It's going to go in there with her Wonder Woman's right foot. And then it looks like it's some form of ruins. Okay. So with dirt and everything. And then it's some form of columns there. And the only thing disappointing about this base is it's very hollow. When you pick it up, it's very, very light. And you can tell it's hollow inside. Okay. So if they had done it a little bit heavier, that would have been nice. So there you have it. Alright, so let's get the figure up. Before we get the figure up, I just wanted to point out, it looks like on the forums a lot of the members' spears come broken. The break point is going to be right here. Because as you can see, the cloth that runs here, during shipping, this is the break point because there's nothing supporting that. So it's sort of a poor packaging by Sideshow. Mine came through okay, so no big deal, but for other people, they have breakages. Okay, so we have the Wonder Woman body in the base, and as you can see, mine came through pretty good. There's no gap here or anything, and then of course down here it fits fine with not much of a gap. Okay, so that's the body, and then we'll go and attach the arms. Okay, and the only other thing that you should be aware of if you're buying this is Wonder Woman's left armpit right there. Some picture shows that it's got some form of glob on it, or if you will, it's unfinished, unsand. So as you can see, mine came through just right. Okay, so that's what you should be looking for when you buy this, is the left armpit. You know, other than the general paint defects, the left and right foot. See if it fits here perfectly, and then down there. But if it doesn't fit, there's not much you can do. Maybe over time, it will fit in nicely. And then I think that's it. And of course, the hair will be attached through a peg hole. Okay. So we will now attach the arms and the spear and the hair. Okay, before doing that, we're going to attach the sword. Of course, it's not a full-size sword, so let's do the helmet first. It'll be easier. Here's the helmet. Looks like some form of Spartan helmet. Okay, so what you want to do is just attach it right in like that. Doesn't fit quite perfectly, but that's okay. And of course we got the sword, so there's a pin. There's a pinhole down there, and then we're going to attach it in there. And whoops, let's go back the other way. Sometimes it attaches better if you spin it around. Okay, there you go. So the helmet and the sword. So now we'll do the arms. This is the regular version shield arm. The exclusive will come with an axe arm too. As you can tell right there, they're not Sideshow. It's not using magnets now. It's just straight up friction. So I wonder over time if it's gonna fall off by accident when you attach it to that. Okay, so I prefer magnets. It'll be easier to take out too. And as you can see, the details on this, even the cracked leather. So very good attention to detail. And here's what the shield looks like. Mine has some spots. I guess they didn't sand it down well before they painted it. So I'll contact Sideshow, as you can see, right there. See if they can give me a replacement. But all around the shield is pretty good. Okay, so we'll attach that, and then we'll do the spear hand. Okay, so we've got the left arm with the shield. As you can see, it fits in pretty good, but the back, you will see a gap. So this isn't great, but since it's in the back, it's okay. Nobody will see it. There you go. So now let's finally do the left arm. And just to show you, that's the pig right there. Okay. We've got the spear with the hand, and as you can see, it's pretty long. Of course, it's a spear. Let's see, some form of cloth that's attached. Mine came through unbroken, so we're good here, and then that's what it looks like. Okay, it's got good detail like this part. It's wrapped. Well, it's not wrapped, it's painted, but it simulates part of the spear being wrapped. Okay, so we'll put it on now. Okay, so we have the spear on, and like I said, I don't like the friction technique. I prefer the magnet technique. And then, of course, you want the spear to be on her shoulder. Okay, her right shoulder, and then as you can see, it touches the shield here that I don't like. But it's so light that it's not going to make any difference. Okay, so now we will be putting on the hair. Okay, this is Wonder Woman's hair. Be very careful when you touch it, because there's a lot of small pieces like the front right here. It actually moves, so be very careful, and then that's where you're going to attach it. Okay, so this isn't exactly black, it's more like a bluish black. Okay, so I didn't find any flaw in it, so let's put the hair on and then we'll proceed. Alright, now so we have the hair in, and I wanted you guys to see this right there. Right here, there should be no gap between the hair and the crown, okay? So if you have that, try to jiggle in. If not, see if you can get a replacement. The face looks good. No googly eyes, as you can see. Whoops, sorry about that. There we go. Piercing blue eyes, beautiful. Okay, so I'll zoom back and then we'll do a 360, and then we'll come in for a little bit more of a detail shot, and then we'll do the exclusive axe hand. Okay, now we're doing the Wonder Woman 360, the frontal shot, and then we'll spin it clockwise, and then we'll come back counterclockwise. As you can see, it's very well done. It's a standing pose, but it's very dynamic. Okay, and then we'll go back this way, counterclockwise. Looks like she's just finished a battle, and that's the victorious pose. Very nice. Okay, so as you can see, it's an outstanding piece so far. Okay, and then we'll zoom in a little. You can see her face. No googly eyes, very good. Perfect hair fitting. Her armor. Okay, so let's get a closer look, and then we will switch out with the exclusive axe hand, and then I'll give you my final score on it. Okay, just one other thing before we go further. Let's get a measurement of the height of the statue. So if you're putting in this, if you're putting this in a display cabinet, you will know how much room clearance that you need. Okay, from the base, not from the table, from the base, all the way up, it looks like if you can clear, say, 25 inches, 26 inches, that's the minimum that you need, okay? Because the back part of the hair, right there, is going to hit almost 26 inches. And then if you go across, let's see, whoops. So you want around 23 inches across, just in case. Okay, so a pretty tall statue, wide base, but very wide base. So now we're going to have a closer look at the Amazon. Let's see the face as I've shown you before. Mine came through just right. Piercing blue eyes, beautiful. The hair's got nice wavy lines to it. A little bit blue, like I said. I don't know if you can see that on the video, but not quite black like it should be. So you can see all of that. Her back, muscular, but not too muscular. Oh, and when you get yours, pay attention to this part. It should look like that. Okay. Some of the pieces I've seen in the forums, it's got messy paint. So mine fortunately came through just right. Muscular back, the spear. Should be resting on her right shoulder. Okay, very good. The hand. And the back of the shield hand. As you can see, the only thing that I don't like is this. It was mispainted right there, so somebody rushed through this paint job, and there isn't really when this was sculpted, I guess they didn't put in an underwear line. See, it looks like they just sculpted her butt and then just painted it. Okay, so there should be some form of a gap here, and then with this part raised up just a little bit, so it's similarly having undies on. Okay, and then the rope is not real rope; it's sculpted. Okay, now if had they done this as a real rope, that would have been awesome. So there's a couple of miscue, I guess, if you can say that. That would have put this over the top. Alright, and then as you can see, when you get yours, that should fit down like that. Some don't fit, but there's nothing you can do. And then she has boots on. The only thing I don't like is Sideshow seems to do a lot of females with high heels. Like the Catwoman with high heels, it doesn't really fit. So high heels are good for somebody like Emma Frost, but not a warrior or a cat burglar. So as you can see, the helmet is very detailed. The sword, some form of column. And then I think at the beginning, these stars weren't wasn't painted on until later, so that's a nice touch. Of course, in the comic books, the back of her butt also has stars, so they missed out on that one. Okay, and as you can see, the spear that goes across her back. Now, if you don't like the spear resting on her shoulder, you can always twist this up and it'll be off it, but I think you want that. And as you can see, the hand, and then her gold armor. Looks like there's some form of smudge right there. That's okay. You're never gonna get a perfect paint. The factory piece on this. Okay, and then the right boot, left boot, sorry, fit perfect. No gap. Okay, and some form of stone, dirt, the shield, not perfect, but that's okay. And as I mentioned before, my armpit actually came out pretty good in there, so I'm happy with that. Okay, and then I might have a smudge here and there, but overall it's okay. Not bad at all. Okay, and then let's have a look at the face. Awesome piercing blue eyes. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay. Yeah, oh, by the way, this is sculpted by, I think, Steve Schumacher. So he did a fine job on this. Other than the aforementioned underwear, this should have been sculpted in instead of painted. But that's a minor gripe. I thought that would have put it over the top. Okay, so now we'll switch over to the axe hand. So, oh, when you take this thing out, it comes down. Be very careful if you pull it too hard because it doesn't have magnet. It's a friction thing. It might hit this and break, okay, or scratch. So try not to pull it out too fast or too hard. Okay, so hang on, we'll switch to the other one. Okay, so here we have the axe hand. This is the exclusive. So when you buy the regular one, you get the shield only. By the exclusive, you get the axe hand. Okay, so it's got that W, inverted W looking. Okay, so I will be putting this in, and we'll have a look. Okay, so we have the axe hand in, and then as you can see, there isn't much of a gap there. So I'm happy it's got some gap, which is understandable since it's a removable part. Okay. So looks like she's dual wielding an axe and a spear. Okay, so let me zoom out, and then we'll do a 360 with the axe hand, and we'll go to the final scorecard. Here we go with the 360 with the exclusive axe hand. This thing overall is pretty good. I was a little bit worried before getting mine, because seeing the other people who got it, the Wonder Woman early, there was a slew amount of paint issues and breakages. So since they're producing 3,500 of these exclusive, and I think overall it's like 9,500 Wonder Woman, it's not a surprise that I guess the factory workers just got tired of painting these things. They should really ideally make around 1,500 of these, and then 2,000 exclusive. Okay, so let's get another zoom in, and then we will go to the final scorecard. So all around, I really like this one. With the shield, the exclusive one, you can have a lot of versatility in how to display this. Like most people will put it down here, something like that. As you can see, it's pretty cool. It's like Red Sonja with the extra severed head, and then you can also do something like I don't know, something like this. See, something like that would be awesome. The only problem is when somebody looks at it over here, hey, you know, there's a, well, that could be a severed arm. There you go. You can say it's a severed arm. And then as long as nobody goes around back like this, and hey, it's Wonder Woman's third arm. Okay? But you can also put on cloth or something to hide the arm. So I like it like this. This is the perfect display angle. Okay, so in this case, like Red Sonja, you can utilize both the regular left arm with the shield, and then you can do the left arm with the axe. Okay, something like this is awesome. Okay, so I can't believe this is a pretty good paint job. And then you look at the face, it's just right. I don't see anything wrong with it. I'm sure if you macro anything, it can reveal flaws. It's very nice. This must be from one of Sideshow's good factory. As you can see, like I said before, there's some paint smudges here and there, but you can't expect perfection. Everything else is clean. Nice athletic build. This is like the perfect woman. Not too big, not too petite, just muscular, but not, you know, Arnold Schwarzenegger like muscular. Warrior, I guess. And of course dark hair. We don't go for that blonde stuff. Well, in this case it's blue. Blue-black. There you go. And then the exclusive axe hand. It's really nice. At first I wasn't too sold on it. Thought about saving a couple bucks just to get the regular. But I've been pretty happy with this. And of course the shield doesn't go there, but I made it happen. Okay, so this is the shot that we want right here. Okay, so let's go to the scorecard. With this one, our first category, like the last time, will be sculpting. This is done by Steve Schumacher. The sculpting overall is fantastic. It seems like I say that to all of the reviews that I do, but it is because I wouldn't buy it in the first place if it wasn't good. So most of the stuff that I have will have good sculpting. That's the number one requisite. And the only thing I can find flaw with the sculpting is really the back of Wonder Woman, the butt. It looks like it's sculpted, you know, her butt, and then they just painted on the underwear. And then, you know, there's some flaw there. So when this was done, they could have made it a little bit, you know, bigger with the line, and then we can, or they can put in, you know, line there to simulate the underwear instead of painting it on. But other than that, everything's good. No complaints there. The head's good, very good muscular body. So overall, for sculpting, I would give this a 9 out of 10. The reason I'm knocking it down by 1 is, as I mentioned, um, she's got no underwear. She's gone painted. She's gone commando, but painted. Okay. So other than that, good athletic build. Actually, the perfect woman right here. Of course, you know, in the comic book, she's made out of clay. So there you go, perfect woman. Okay, so our next category after sculpting is fit and finish. That means that if there is any paint flaws, um, you know, overall how the arm fits and stuff like that, and if it's mixed media, if the cloth will fit or if it's applied correctly. So with this, I didn't see any flaws on the overall paint. You know, it's got nice touches, like, you know, dirty boots. I wish they would have toned down the high heels a little bit. It's not too bad, but the paint, for mine anyway, came through just right, with a few very minor um, annoyances like that, as you can see, and then some of there, and then of course the painted on underwear. Can't get over that. So overall paint, the lines are good. I guess some adult did this instead of a 6-year-old like the Rogue statue. Yeah, I'm gonna keep beating up on that statue. One of these days I'll put on for review and you guys will know what I'm talking about if you've seen it. So overall paint, sorry, fit and finish. We will give this also a I'd like to give it a 9, but let's give it an 8.5. A 9 is pretty good. 8.5, almost there, not quite. With the shield, you see some, looks like some pox mark. So I will be contacting Sideshow to see if they can give me a replacement. Oops, there we go. And then of course I have this line that is a little bit off right there. So somebody didn't do a very good job there. And my armpit is perfect. Hate to say that, but some people on the forums, they have terrible armpits. Okay, mine came through perfect. So 8.5 for paint. Would have been a 9.5 if it wasn't so, you know, some missed lines. Okay, so our next category after this, our third category, will be the art direction. So this is just, it's mostly opinion. This is perfect for Wonder Woman. Looks like she's been into battle, and unlike, you know, other superheroes or heroines, she's actually a warrior. Okay, not just beat them and then send them to jail. This is an Amazon, so they actually kill. Okay, so it's indicative. You know, it's just perfect. It represents her. She's got the spear and the axe and the shield, and as you can see, the shield right there, it's just perfect placement. I love it. It's like that, and you go bam. See? Okay, so the shield, it's got sword, Spartan helmet. It's just perfect art direction on this one. Now, when you display this, and I will do a video after this of the triumvirate, Superman and Batman, she sort of doesn't fit because she's got all of these tools, and her base is a little bit different than the other two. But for the art direction, I will give this a 10 out of 10. I don't see anything wrong with it. Love it the way they did this. Okay, so it's representative of the Amazon. It's just right. And our fourth category we're going to do is source material. So this is how close the company, in this case Sideshow, comes to sculpt this and the overall paint to, in this case, the comic book. This is the comic book version. So if it was a movie version, see how close it is. So for me, now, everything over time, when artists interpret the character, there's going to be some interpretation, so you're not going to get a perfect one. So this is Wonder Woman. You look at it, there's no disputing it. Okay? So the only issue I have with this, what are we doing here? Oh, with this source material is the butt. Again, we're getting back to the butt again. There should be stars on the butt. That's how it is in the comic book. So I guess they didn't even put that in. Originally, when this was solicited, the front didn't have any stars either. So it's a nice touch, appreciate it. When they put in the 3 stars, they should have put in maybe 2, 3 more on her undies. And, but other than that, it's nice. So we will give this, because of the missing star, source material, an 8.5. Okay, I have to penalize them for that. And really, I don't think in the comic book she has high heels on. So that's where the 8.5 will go, and it's better. Okay, so our last category that we'll have, the 5th one, is accessories. Now, that with this category, it doesn't mean that you have to have a lot of accessories in order to get a high score. It could just be the base. If it's elaborate or if it fits with the character, then yeah, you're going to get a high score. Okay, so with accessories, you can't go wrong with this. I mean, you got the sword, right? Somebody's been defeated, or it could be her sword since she's got the little star thing there. Okay, so she went post on people with the axe and the spear, and then the sword's just back up. And then you got the nice Spartan helmet. Then you have the shield. That's switchable. And then the left arm, you have the axe. You have the nice spear. The base is nice. It's elaborate enough without going over the top, and the column is nice. So the overall, it's very representative of Diana, Wonder Woman. So it is appropriate. Accessory wise, this is a 10 out of 10. Okay, you cannot get anything better unless you start throwing in like bodies or something. But that's getting over the top. Okay, and I do appreciate having the shield, so I can display it like that, as you can see. It's just right. And if you display it this way, you see some of the arms, but if you go over here, it's just perfect. Or like I had before, you can just place it up front or something like that. Okay, so before we go to the final score, what about the EX? Okay, the exclusive that Sideshow does. The regular one will give you this shield with the left hand, which I like, but it obscures a lot of the sculpting. Like this part is nice, nice thigh, powerful back. So you're gonna switch it out with the axe. Now, is the axe hand worth the exclusivity? I think so. It represents Wonder Woman as an Amazon. She's a warrior. So, you get the old dual wielding with the spear. It's a nice touch. When I first saw it, I didn't think they would do something like this. But I love it, and I can't get over the back. It's muscular, but just right, like sexy muscular. Not like, big muscular. Not bodybuilding muscular. Okay, so yes, as for its exclusive, it is well worth it. If you can track down one of these, which shouldn't be hard, there are 3,500 of these. I think Sideshow may be sold out, but you can always get on the wait list, and somehow you magically will, get one. So I like to display my case like this with the shield. So I've used up all of the accessories, which I like, much like Red Sonja. So the exclusive is a must on this one. You can still get it. It's relatively affordable. Okay, so all around, very good statue. So let's go to the final scorecard. In the end, I would say this one overall is an 8.5 out of 10. Not quite 9 out of 10 for reasons that I've mentioned before. I know it's the odd direction that they want to go, but the high heels in a warrior, it's not something that should be there. Seems like Sideshow and a lot of companies now go for high heels on everything. Since this is Wonder Woman, I don't recall having high heels in the comic books. Okay, and then contributing that to that okay score, not low, not high. There's no stars on her undie, and the undies are painted on, as you can see. It needs to be, when it's sculpted, lift it up a little bit, put a line here, like they've done before. So that contributes to it. With mine, I didn't get a lot of flaws. Mine came through pretty good. The only problem is, like when you get this, it seems like it's a 50-50 issue. You're going to get great quality control like mine, or you're going to get pit problem. Like when you get it, you should look at the pit, um, the paint there. Let me see. The back of the boots, see if it fits. And then of course the all important hair. So if you get one that does not fit down like this, right there, you have a problem. You should exchange it for something else. Okay, so 8.5 out of 10. It's not bad. It's a very good score. It's just that it's almost perfect. I do like it, but I do appreciate Sideshow for making the exclusive. So we get one of these like that. Okay, so overall that's what we get, 8.5 out of 10. So I highly recommend you pick one of these up. If you don't care about the EX, the regular will be around for ever. I think there are 6,000 of these regular, so I wouldn't worry about missing out. I would say try to get exclusive first. And as you can see, it's really nice. Okay. And thank you for watching. Stay tuned, and I will be putting up this Superman, which I've had for a while. Just waiting for Wonder Woman to come through. And then I will do a separate video with the triumvirate of Wonder Woman, Superman, and Batman. And then that'll be a quick one, so you can see the scale and how they, play off each other. But this is a really nice sculpt. Too bad there's some mishaps. Other than that, other than of course the base being hollow. So there you have it. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more. And that is the perfect shot. Okay, thank you.